Organic, biodynamic, natural wine. 3 words used so commonly in the wine industry, but what do they actually mean? Let's go and find out. So, natural, organic, and biodynamic wine. These are terms that are so core to what we do here at Good Brothers. And we'd like to take a little bit of time to actually explain what they each mean. We're going to start off with organics, because I think that is the one which people understand the most. Organics is all about treating the soils as a living organism. What it means is we do not ever use man-made fertilizers or pesticides to enhance the soil. We allow the soil to be itself, to have organic matter in it, to allow plants to die off, allow worms and bugs to live there, to aerate it. If by adding in these inorganic compounds, the man-made fertilizers, what we tend to do is kill off the living earth. This is not the future, it's not the way to do things. So organic viticulture, organic farming, in my opinion, is absolutely key. Biodynamics, a much maligned topic in the wine world, and one which is really misunderstood. Biodynamics takes the principles of organic winemaking or organic viticulture, but just amplifies them. We still believe in the living earth, but actually we now take that further to the living planet and the living solar system. We take into account lunar cycles and the effect that the moon's gravitational field and pull has on the vines and winemaking. Therefore, certain times a month are shoot days, certain times are root days. Certain times it's better to drink wine, some days it's not. It's how gravity affects the vines and the wines. It also uses the principle of more organic fertilizers created by combining different organics together. The one which people always talk about is taking a cow's horn and cow manure, filling the horn with manure, burying it in the soil for a period of time. It dissolves away through a natural process and creates this really super fertile fertilizer, which we can then mix with water and spray. However, biodynamics are not believed by everyone. There are a number of people who actually believe that the effect of the moon can be replicated by driving a 10-ton truck onto a vineyard, leaving it there, and it has the same gravitational effect as the moon changing location. However, there is no question that both organics and biodynamics, the care and attention people take looking after the vines, creating the wines in these 2 spheres, make a wine that cannot fail but be amazing quality, healthy, and that's the key with these. Healthy vines, healthy wines. And finally, we're talking about, again, a really contentious subject, natural wine. Both organic and biodynamic wines are categories that are classified. A wine made biodynamically can be certified biodynamic, which means there is criteria for actually understanding the processes. Natural wine, since its inception 40, 50 years ago, has never actually had a classification system, which means it can actually be anything. And this is to its detriment. Nobody quite understands exactly what natural means. To me, and this is my understanding of what natural wine is, it is a wine made in a truly natural way, without any human interaction. So therefore, organic viticulture, no mechanization in the fields, hand picking, no addition of man-made yeasts, no chaptalization, which is adding sugar, no acidification, which is adding acidity to freshen wine. Everything is done by nature. So using natural yeast, indigenous yeast for fermentation, and we'll talk about fermentation in a different episode. No racking or fining, so that's when we actually finish fermentation, we strip out the haze in the wine, we leave that in. We don't do that, we leave it in so when you get the bottle, it can be hazy. There will be particulates left in the bottle, which when you shake up a bottle, you'll see them floating around. This is all part of the natural wine. It's not stripping out any of that flavor, any of that texture, not changing it in any other way than the way it changes itself. Now, where natural wine can be contentious is where wines are made to be a specific style. Actually, people who say they're making natural wine in a style, they are manipulating, they are changing, they are doing something to it. And this is where natural wine commercially is in a really dangerous place, because actually there are young winemakers who see the commercial impact of calling a wine natural and wanting to make it in that style. Weird, wacky, out there. For me, that's not right. Natural wine doesn't have to be weird. Natural wine can be beautifully clean, beautifully elegant. It's just made in a historic, natural way. It's much more complex than that. We talk about woods, ceramics, we talk about fermentation vessels more, but we'll deal with them in a later episode. Natural wine, really complex, but natural wine doesn't have to be weird. Natural wine can be fun, it can be juicy, it can be elegant. So to wrap things up, we've looked at organics, we've looked at biodynamics, and we've looked at natural. Organic winemaking leads to biodynamic. Biodynamic is part of the natural winemaking movement. Natural winemaking movement can be misunderstood, but ultimately it's about healthy, clean, well-made wine. If you feel passionately about any of the topics we discussed today, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you. We can start a discussion. But until next time, guys, stay safe and remember, drink better wine.